Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be answering your guys' questions. On Instagram, I did have a question box that said if you had any keto, health, weight loss, anything kind of questions like that, to drop them in the little question box. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Crystal. I'm a content creator on Instagram, but I'm also a nursing student. So that's kind of why I haven't really been on. I'm happy to be back and I'm happy to answer your questions. So let's get to it. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me a like, send me a comment. I love writing you guys back. Also, share this with a friend, someone who might be interested in these types of videos. So I have my iPad because there was a lot of questions that I need a reference. So first question is going to be, top 3 parts you enjoyed most about keto, and will you ever not be keto? So this is kind of an interesting question because I actually really like keto. I initially started it for the weight loss and I found that it actually stopped my acid reflux. I also just got better sleep. I felt better. I struggled with a pretty mild anxiety and I felt like being on keto really helped with my anxiety too. It almost seemed like it kind of eliminated it. So I think if anything, if I am not keto, I think I will probably slowly transition to a more low carb diet, just because I am pretty used to the keto diet. I really enjoy it and I really like the way it makes me feel. So there's that. So the next question is, how did you or do you hit your fats throughout the day? I always fall super short on my fats. And to be honest, so I do have higher fats. You kind of need the higher fats in order to get into ketosis. But from my experience, I don't really try to hit every single number. But if I'm not in ketosis, then, which was towards the beginning of the time, I really wanted to try to get, those higher fats in because it made more ketones in my body, which put me into ketosis, which then helped me lose the weight. But on a day-to-day, especially now, I don't really I'm not hard on myself if I don't hit the numbers. If anything, I just try to stay mindful of what I'm eating, making sure that I'm eating enough calories and staying full, satisfied, and just maintaining the keto protocol. But I wouldn't really worry so much about the fats. Unless you're not in ketosis, then you would probably want to make sure that you're intaking more fats. I like to have my fats mainly in the morning. I just feel best then, and plus I like to kind of do the dirty keto side with the fats in the morning, which will be chorizo, bacon, things like that. So the next question is, I want to try keto, but I don't know where to start, how to start, what plan of keto to do. So if you're looking to start keto, there's tons of videos online, Pinterest, things like that. I'll link my video here of how I started, information on, what helped me, what I was eating during that time, how I was working out, things like that. So if you're interested, you can always watch mine. If not, there's tons online too that you can always reference from. Keto is supposed to be, fairly on the healthier side and cleaner side, with grass-fed beef, using, good fats, things like that. And there's also dirty keto side where you can have bacon, chorizo, fatty foods like that, and it'll still work. There's also versions for if you're vegan, vegetarian, things like that. You can find your protein sources in so many things. With your fats, you can always do avocados, healthy oils coconut oil or even olive oil. So those are things that you can explore too. So my best advice is to try to find a way to make it so it isn't too much different from what you would normally eat. That way you'll actually follow the diet, you'll enjoy it, and you can also explore more things within that frame so that you can maintain it longer term. So the next question is, hey love, do you track your calories and macros while you are doing keto? And yes, I actually use this little app here. It's free, but you can only put in so many meals in a day before you have to buy it. You don't really need it. You can use MyFitnessPal, but because I already purchased it for the year, I just have it. But I find that the more that I log in my meals, then I'm aware of not only what I'm eating, but also if I'm way too low in calories, way too high on calories versus, how active I'm being in that day. Just so it helps me stay, more on track Next question is, which I got a lot of like versions of this, like any keto desserts, like basically sweet tooth. And you know, I normally don't have a sweet tooth, but being on keto, I like randomly kind of created a sweet tooth. But I'll put a link below of certain things that I have tried and I enjoy. I'll also have a YouTube video soon of, you know, different keto versions of sweets that I like. But just to kind of name a few, I do really like sugar-free jello. I like fat bombs. I also like having their banana caramel little muffins. There's things like that I really enjoy. I think they're really good. Another crazy thing that I didn't know when I first started this is that you can actually still have fruit. You just have to have like berries and in a small version. So something else that you can have are a few different berries and also some dark chocolate. So yeah, keto's not hard. It's only hard if you don't explore. You know, you need to see all that you can have, see the things that you like, and add it in. Next question is, are you doing intermittent fasting along with keto? What's your typical food day look like? My typical food day, you can find that in my first video. I really haven't changed much from that. I'm a creature of habit, so for myself, if something works for me and I enjoy it and I can kind of like mix it up a little bit with like different sauces or stuff like that, like I'll do that forever and ever. In the beginning, I would fast, and I would fast till about like anywhere between 11 or 12, and then I would have my first meal. But nowadays, I don't know, as soon as I'm hungry or I'm up and I've been up for a while, like I'm not shy to just eat. I think the more that you eat and make things regular to how you would normally do, then you're going to stick to it and you'll enjoy it, and it'll just be a lot better of an experience. But if you like intermittent fasting, that's something that you like to do, then you can definitely do that with keto. That's not something, it's not your jam, you don't have to do it. It's not gonna like hinder your results if you don't do it, but it can improve it, especially if you're struggling to get into ketosis. You know, intermittent fasting is known to help you get into ketosis because it'll help you build more ketones. So next question is, how many days a week do you work out? Do you focus on cardio, weights, or both? So in the beginning, I was working out all the time. I was on a break, I had Christmas break, so I was working out like pretty much every single day, and I was working out pretty high intense, if anything, sometimes hitting 2 days. So I think that's what also contributed to the larger weight loss in the beginning. So now, you know, depending on my week, especially with school, realistically, I probably only work out about 3-4 days a week. And even during that time frame, I don't work out as often or as long, as I did the beginning. At the time, my workouts are probably about an hour, maybe a little bit more if I'm trying to record it, just because it takes me a little bit longer. But for the most part, I do cardio, but I don't do as much cardio as I did before. Although I liked losing a lot of weight in the beginning, I think that's kind of normal with keto, but I just kind of felt like slow and steady would win the race. I can explore more foods and just kind of see how everything goes. And I noticed that as long as I maintained my keto protocol of the percentages, then I didn't gain weight. I didn't gain weight, but I also didn't really lose much weight, especially because I was working out a little less. But so for cardio, I probably nowadays maybe do about 30 minutes. I do about 15, 20-ish on a treadmill, and then like jump roping, sprints, things like that. I'm gonna say just whatever I can to get my heart rate up, switch it up. And if anything, I have been doing weights. So I have been told that, you know, if you do weights and work out while you're on keto, it pretty much kicks you out because you're getting an insulin spike. But it's always good to work out. I don't see why you wouldn't. I think it's, you know, heart healthy and it's good for you, especially lifting weights. So I'm gonna maintain it. I'm gonna just keep doing it because I like it. So yeah, before I did all of it. I did cardio, weights, everything, you know, all the time, and I maintained a pretty cleaner keto side of things. And then yeah, now it's like a little less than that, and I still eat pretty high calorie. Love it. And I'm down 5 pounds from that too, so I don't know, I think it's working out. So the next question is, how do you stay motivated to eat healthy, living with or being friends with people who aren't? So in the beginning, I felt like this was a big struggle. Mainly because I just didn't want to be like annoying or like a burden to anyone if I couldn't have whatever was there. You know, if anything, it's more of just a reason to bring your own, BYOB. Just bring your own things that you need, that you know that you can have. And if people are weird about your goals and stuff like that, just pay no mind. They don't get it. They probably won't get it. I've literally told my parents almost every single day that I've been on keto that I'm on keto, and they literally forget about it like seconds after. And you know what, I also found that the more that you stick to it, there's so much discipline in that, and it'll slowly kind of like rub off into all of your other things in your day. I noticed I got way better sleep, was much happier. I paid less mind to a lot of people and a lot of things just because I was doing this for myself. And I think that's the biggest like key point in any weight loss journey, is to do it for yourself and because you want to do it and this is something that you enjoy. So do it. Who cares about what other people think? Because they will always say something, whether you lost all the weight, whether you gained all the weight, XYZ. Do what you want, sweetie, do it. Next question is, what are your favorite post-workout protein powders or snacks? So after my workouts, usually I either work out like early in the morning or pretty late in the evening. So I'm usually really close to either a breakfast or a dinner. So I usually will just eat kind of whatever I have planned as my next meal. I don't really have like a specific like post-workout snack, anything like that. If anything, I might have a salad I'll probably just have a salad. I'm not really starving anymore. I don't really feel like that hunger I used to have all the time. So I usually just listen to my body, and post-workout I'll wait for my meal, which is usually cooking by the time I'm working out anyway. So I'll usually just eat that. Next one is, you said you eat the same thing every day. Is it the same as your last keto video? Honestly, yeah. Most of the stuff that I eat is the same, you know, maybe a slight variation to things, but like I said, I'm a creature of habit, and if I like something, I'll eat it every day. Another question is, what is your starting weight and your goal weight? So when I first started this, I thought I had a goal weight, and it was honestly just to lose like 10 pounds. My starting weight was 152 or 153. I feel like at this point I almost forget, but it was in that range. I'm 5'1", so it's pretty short. I actually never really thought that I was like big. I don't think 153 is big anyways, but I don't know, I needed something different. I wanted a challenge. I did want to lose weight. I thought it would be, you know, I could only be better. So I took my friend on with, you know, starting keto and trying it out, and I was surprised at how much I really enjoyed it. But yeah, so my starting weight was about 153, 154, around there, and I don't even now have a goal weight. From time to time I wake up and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get lean. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna lose like this much more, and then somewhere throughout the day I just get over it, and I'm like, slow and steady, I'll get there. But yeah, right now I'm sitting at about 128, which is a pretty big jump. But even then, I'm still eating pretty high calorie. I don't really have a goal weight, but that could change. And if I do, then I'll let you guys know. But right now I'm pretty impressed by just how I've been maintaining this and how I've slowly been seeing progress along the way. And I don't feel deprived of anything. So it's pretty cool. Next question is, how long did it take for your stomach to get flat? And do you have any exercises for your abs? Thank you. That was such a nice thing to read. Okay, so how long did it take to get my stomach flat? I am so happy to read that. I'm almost forgetting what I want to say, but I think just as I kept going with keto, especially that first month, I think that first month really makes a difference. So that's why I encourage, like, if you are gonna start keto, to do it right. You know, log everything in, do it more on the cleaner keto side, because that's, you know, how you should do it anyways. And as you go, if you feel like you want to try things a little bit differently, then, you know, slowly incorporate that in, but really try to stick to the diet for like at least a month. I do think that I lost my most weight and I felt my most lean that first month. I think it was because it was such a drastic change, such a large amount of weight that I lost in that first month. And then from these last few months, it's almost like a pound a month, because I've been, you know, slowly incorporating more weights and less, you know, cardio type of things, just to kind of, I felt like my butt was going away, you know, like I was running my, so I needed some of that back in there. So, you know, slowly doing that and still eating really good, slowly lost more and more weight and added on more muscle tone. I feel so confident and happy. And it's been a long time since I felt like this and this happy. So it's nice to see that something I thought that was gonna be such a long process could happen fairly quickly, and it could be something that I can hold on to and do way longer term. But I just literally this week started doing some more core exercises. I never did it before. Most of my flat stomach came from eating right or eating according to my diet, working out, lifting weights, doing cardio, and also loving myself at every stage. I just slowly started to see that the less stress and stuff that I put on myself, the more weight that I lost. So as crazy as that sounds, try to relax and you will find that that will help with your weight loss journey too. Next one. How do you stay on track? I've started and failed 4 times now. So if you started and failed 4 times now, I'd really take a look at why you're failing. Is it the people around you? Is it because you're not disciplined enough in this diet? Is it so unrealistic that it's just not gonna happen for you? That's one thing that I really want people to realize, is keto is not for everyone. And you know, that's why I don't go online and I'm like, you need to start keto, you need to start. Things where if you can follow the protocol, the diet, you find foods that you really enjoy that are keto friendly, and you can actually follow the diet and it doesn't feel so foreign to you, it's gonna work. If it doesn't work, it's usually because you're not tracking. So you're unaware of what you're putting into your body, things that are kicking you out of keto, things like that. If and when you do get out of keto, how you're trying to get back into it. Are you just straight binging and eating like pasta, cookies, things like that, where you're gonna just get yourself so far away from being in what would be like ketosis? And you know, are you working out? Are you trying to explore other foods that are keto friendly, that, you know, are enjoyable to you or your friends or whoever you're with, that can help make this process a little bit easier? A lot of times, you know, whether I'm at home or at my boyfriend's house, I'll try to create something keto friendly there and make that meal for them so that they can see, you know, what I'm eating, that I'm eating good, and that this is also keto friendly. And not only does that make it easier for myself, but it also kind of shows them, you know, what I'm eating, what my goals are, and also that, you know, if there are people who are like, I don't want to eat that, whatever, let them eat whatever they want. That can't be, you know, a reason for you to like ruin your diet just because somebody else, or you're getting FOMO because you can't have this or that. There's honestly so many things that are keto friendly or keto like subs that you can switch in. Literally everything in like a keto form, you just have to look for it. If you want this diet to work, you have to explore it yourself because you want to. So that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, send it to your friends, send it to whoever. But thank you so much for asking me these questions. I'm very excited to finally answer these and put this up. I know you guys have been waiting for it. You know, things with school is just, it's such a weird time right now, but I'm so grateful for all of you guys, and thank you guys for following my keto journey. I never really thought that I was gonna be on it ever to begin with, and then also this long. You know, if you watch my first keto video, I was like, I think I'll only do this for like a month. And then here I am, and I think this diet is so easy to do, honestly, you guys. Like, if you're struggling and you don't want to work out or anything, like this is like, it's nearly foolproof. But if you work out, like it only gets better, you know? So if you're struggling, it's like it's there. And I'll see you guys next time.